Hello, guys, and welcome to another interesting episode of Madrid My DNA as we discuss you through Real Madrid's latest and important update. Kickstarting with today's agenda, Real Madrid captain Nacho Fernandez informs the club he will leave this summer amid transfer expert Fabrizio Romano and Spanish publication Marca. We are going to be discussing you through that on this episode as we progress, and shortly after that we will be discussing you through injury update as the Merengues have received a huge boost prior to Barcelona clash on Sunday night. We are also going to be bringing you updates on that in this episode as we progress, so please stay tuned right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our daily Real Madrid update. In a major update, Marca has claimed that Real Madrid captain Nacho Fernandez has informed the club that he will leave at the end of the season. Nacho is a product of Real Madrid Youth Academy, has been a part of the first team setup for over a decade now, and has spent 23 years at the club in total. Having risen through the ranks at the club, Nacho has gone on to become the captain this season following the departure of Karim Benzema. The veteran defender even led the team to the Spanish Super Cup triumph and could still lift two more titles in the form of La Liga and the UEFA Champions League. Nacho's contract with Real Madrid expires at the end of the ongoing season, and his future has been a topic of discussion for a while now. The Merengues were willing to offer him a new deal and had given him full control over his future. And Nacho has now seemingly decided that it is time for him to bring an end to his journey at the Santiago Bernabeu, with the club being informed of the decision. Nacho was in a similar situation last summer as well, and Inter Milan were keen on signing him. Ultimately, though, he opted to resign with Real Madrid. This time out, the 34 years old seems to have made up his mind to try a new journey abroad, and the report states that there are suitors for the Spaniard. Inter Milan could again be in the race, while there have been talks about the MLS in the past. Either ways, Nacho seems all set to bid goodbye to Real Madrid at the end of the season once his contract expires. With his exit now seemingly confirmed, Real Madrid will likely push even harder to sign a new contract central defender, with Lenny Yoro a top target on that list. It is also important to highlight that Nacho has claimed that he does not want to face Real Madrid, shedding more light to a possible move to the Saudi Pro League or the MLS. Nacho, who took a gamble last season to sign his contract renewal at the club, as he wanted to lift a trophy with Real Madrid as captain. He has already done so in the Supercopa de España when Real Madrid beat Barcelona in the final 4-1. He has the chance to do it again twice in the Champions League and La Liga, which will put him as the most decorated Real Madrid player, surpassing Marcelo and Karim Benzema. Nacho, who has been brought in this season in replacement for David Alaba and Eder Militao, has stepped up his game, recently having a good night against Erling Haaland, keeping the Norwegian poacher quiet throughout the whole game. I must confess, Nacho has surprised the whole of Europe this season with his performance, as he has produced a captain masterclass. So it is left to be seen what the future holds for Nacho, whether he finally reconsiders to extend at the club or his mind is completely made up to leave the Merengues this season. So, having discussed and concluded with that, we are going to quickly turn our attention to the next agenda, as Real Madrid have received a massive injury boost ahead of FC Barcelona clash on Sunday night. Real Madrid took their revenge against Manchester City as they overcame the favourites and qualified for the semi-finals after a dramatic penalty shootout, which was rescued by Andre Alonin. They took the lead early in the game through Rodrigo, but had to maintain a low block for the rest of the proceedings as Manchester City mounted attack after attack before eventually equalizing through Kevin De Bruyne. During the tiresome 90 minutes of football, Vinicius Jr. and Daniel Carvajal picked up injuries while Jude Bellingham and co seemed fatigued. This rang alarm bells in Madrid offices, especially with the Barcelona clash set to kick off this weekend at the Santiago Bernabeu. However, it seems the Galacticos have come out of a 120-plus minutes of football largely on scratch. According to a report published by Marca, none of the Madrid players picked up an injury during the Manchester City clash and should be available for the game against Barcelona fully fit. Dani Carvajal and Vinicius Jr. were both subbed off due to injuries, but it seems neither of their knock is serious. The duo was fatigued and could not continue beyond the 100-odd minutes of shift they put in. With Eder Militao also back in action, it leaves Real Madrid without just David Alaba and Thibaut Courtois, who are still nursing their ACL injuries. Aurelien Tchouameni missed the Manchester City clash due to suspension, but is expected to be back in the starting lineup for the El Clasico. While El Clasicos hold as much importance as the next and previous one, this one in particular can pretty much clinch La Liga game a win, with Barcelona trailing them by 8 points in the standings. A win on the night would mean that Madrid can clinch the title with 3 games to spare at the end of the season, giving them ample time and energy to focus on the Champions League. Talking about the Champions League, they will be facing Bayern Munich in what is going to be a highly anticipated blockbuster clash, as the Bavarians have been knocked out of all competitions except for the Champions League, being the only competition in which they compete in this season. The Bavarians will not make life easy for Real Madrid when they travel to Munich in 2 weeks' time. Real Madrid, on the other hand, are looking to extend their record title numbers to 15, as they are widely regarded as favorites in this year's Champions League, knocking the big favorite Manchester City in what was a highly defensive setup for Carlo Ancelotti and his men. So having discussed and concluded with that, we have come to the end of this interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our daily Real Madrid update. Leave a like on this video. Comment your suggestions. I will be reading your comments. Thanks for following us right up to the end. See you next time. And a very big Hala Madrid to us all.